Okay, sorry, I just had to quickly change because I was getting a bit warm in the overalls. So now I've changed into my favorite skirt, which is the Henrietta skirt. So this is my first make. So this is actually the Pansy pattern from Rosery Apparel, and I made it out of linen, and I'm really struggling to actually iron this. Like, I've ironed it to the best of my abilities, but it's still very wrinkled. So this was such a easy make. It wasn't complicated at all. It was the very first time I got to use my overlocker. So it was that same week that I started sewing, and this was the first dress that I wanted to tackle. And I don't love the color on my skin tone because green is my favorite color, but I probably should have chosen something like beige or like terracotta, like just, so I haven't really worn this very much, but now that it's winter, it'll match. It'll be a nicer color for winter, but just when I made it in February, I think I only wore it once because it was still the end of summer here in Melbourne. It's the perfect autumn winter color. I just don't know if it matches my skin tone very well. Okay, then next I made this Tiana herring Juniper dress. So as I say, so this is a completely different shade of green. It's coming out really dark actually on camera, but this is the Juniper dress, which kind of suits the color of this corduroy. It's just one from Spotlight, and this was the first time I've ever added a collar to a dress. So it's not so bad. I just wouldn't look very closely on the collar, but for my first attempt, I thought this was pretty good. I haven't worn this just yet. I was saving it for when the weather cooled down. So definitely I will be wearing this out very soon because I've also got like Doc Marten boots that will go really well with this one. Next we have the Syd Tie top by Syd Graham, and I just remembered I still have to unpick a lot of the gathering stitches on this. So I haven't worn this yet because it's just been sitting in a pile of my to-do sewing. So I completely forgot to unpick it. But I will definitely do that today so I can officially put it in the closet. But this was such a fun make. I really love like the puffy sleeves just in general on any outfits, and the ties were such a nice touch. I'm not sure if I can get away with wearing this in winter. Maybe I'll wear like a heat tech t-shirt underneath or something, but we'll see. I've got to figure out a way to wear this winter, because I also actually have I can't find it right now, but I have some lane pants with the same fabric for this one. I made these, I don't think I have a picture of this one. I made this lane pants out of, I think this is a cotton linen blend, which is really nice fabric to work with. And I'll definitely be making a few more in different colors. I would love more like neutral colors in my collection, just because I always go for bright colors and it's really hard for me to mix and match my outfits at the moment, because one, they're not really appropriate for winter, and two, the colors just clash. So I need to make more neutral outfits or neutral clothes. And I keep saying that, but the fabric I keep buying recently are still all patterned. So next we have my very first Silversaga dress. So this is the Ella dress, and I absolutely love this dress. And I just messed up the zip a little bit at the back, so it bothers me just a little bit. And for some reason, I ended up with this was cut on the right way, or right side of the grain, and this is kind of on an angle, and I don't think anyone would have noticed that other than me. So I stuffed up the back just a little bit, but it's still a very girly, like fairy-like dress. And I currently have one that I'm making in this in the same pattern as the Syd Tie top, the Silversaga black and white gingham. But if you can't tell, I really like gingham in any fabric. So just a really flowy, what fabric? I think this was still a linen, but maybe like a linen cotton. It's just a really flowy, really pretty girly dress. Then we have the Silversaga Celeste top. I also have a dress that's in the works, but I saw this fabric. Oh, I still have some gathering stitches I have to unpick. I thought this was finished, but this is actually a cotton polyester fabric, and you know, polyester isn't always something I would gravitate towards when choosing a fabric, but I chose it mostly for the print. So I don't know if you can see, it kind of looks like the little detailing on it, like this looks like it's embroidery, but it's actually just printed on. And it's a yellow, like what color would this be? Like a mustard yellow gingham, but it's not a white gingham, it's more like a faded yellow. And I messed up the ties on this one. So I got the front bit correct, but I think I forgot which version I was making, and I accidentally just did the front somehow. I'm sure I could fix it, but I kind of want to leave it as it is. And I don't even think I marked it on the bodice where the ties are supposed to go on the back. So I just really confused myself, but I thought this was just still a very successful make, and I really like the Silversaga patterns. And I think, did this have a tutorial? I can't remember if there was a video tutorial that go along with this, but it's just really, really girly, really cute. just my style of top with the puffy sleeves, and it's tight around, it's fitted around the waist, which is really nice. And if you still can't tell, I really love Silversaga patterns. So this is the Celine blouse, and it's not really coming up. It kind of looks, what is that? Like a very pale green on camera right now because it's a gloomy Melbourne day while I'm filming this. And this is it's a really mint green color, and this is my favorite color of all time. It's just really fresh. It just makes me happy, basically, this color. And this was such a cute top. I have another color or another fabric cut already for the next one. I cut them at the same time, so I was gonna make 2 versions anyway, but I think the next one I'm making, I think will also have the ruffles on the bottom. So I'm very proud that I finished this, and I'm gonna get a lot of wear out of this in winter. And to be honest, I don't dress weather appropriate. Like, I wouldn't just stick to dark colors for winter. I like to mix it up. I just wear colors all year round. Okay, next we have the Juni dress. So, it still needs some final touches. I messed up the collar just a little bit, so I need to redo the bias binding on here. So as you can see, I don't know if anyone will really notice it, but I will. I was thinking of just hand stitching it down just to keep it down, because somehow I left a really big gap here, or I can't remember if this was supposed to be tucked into the bias binding. But like I said, everyone makes mistakes, and we are still learning. Like, overall, the structure of the dress I'm pretty happy with. I'm very proud of it. It has pockets, of course, and I just have to add a button at the back because I keep forgetting, because like I said, it was in that pile of my to-do, and it's just such a nice girly, like, cottage core dress. And I think this comes down about ankle length on me. I'll insert the photo of what it looks like with some shoes. I found it. It was in between a couple of dresses, but here are the plain pants that I made. I made these cropped, but silly me, I'm just learning to wash my fabric before I sew with them. So I made it cropped, and it did shrink just a tad. And I wish I made the ruffles a little bit thicker, because now they kind of just blend in with the wrinkles. Like, it's hard to tell that they are there. Still love them. It's still such great pants, really, really comfy. Maybe these can just be my home lane pants. And I had such a fun time making this. It's such an easy thing to make, and I will definitely make so many versions of these pants. I can't even tell you how much I love it. I just need to go shopping for more bottom weights that are thicker, especially for winter. And I want to try making it in like a really soft faded denim. And lastly, of course, my Willow dress. This was very intimidating for some reason as I was making this. I think I refused to go back to it after a week. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it was the first time I had added lining and I wasn't having a great time for some reason. So anyway, I do, oh, and I think I originally added the sleeves to it, and I think because of how thick this broderie anglaise, oh, I didn't even mention, this is a broderie anglaise fabric, and I think I made this come down also like ankle length, not quite a midi length dress. And I think when I tried it on with the sleeves, I think because of how thick this already feels with the lining, it felt heavier with the sleeves, so I opted to take them out. And I still love them with or without the sleeves. And I do have the sleeves still set aside. So maybe I will make like a cute, I can use it for a top or something. But I was so proud of this dress when I finished it, because it was the first time I added lining. And to be honest, I don't even know if I did the lining correct, but it's there, it's not see-through. So I'm gonna wear it comfortably. I don't know what I would wear this to just yet, because it is white and I don't often go for white clothing because I have dogs and I have a toddler. So my dogs jump on me, they get things dirty with their paws sometimes, or I'm just a very messy eater and I always spill something on my clothes. But it was still just such a proud make overall. That's it for today's video. I really hope I've inspired you to take up sewing this year, because it is such a fun thing. It is such a fun hobby to have, even if you don't want to make dresses and you just want to make pants and tops. That's probably simpler in some way, possibly. But there are just tons and tons of patterns out there. There are so many videos that you can follow along with those patterns. I just encourage you to take it up if you've been intimidated by it somehow. If I can figure it out, you guys can figure it out too. And I can't wait to show you what else I have been making recently, and that's probably in another video, but I'm not really sure how many videos I can make the next few weeks, because I do have a big project for this room. The way it is now, it's not really working for me because I have taken on sewing. I just need better storage. So we've just got to add some wardrobes to one side of the room. And I don't know if I've ever shown you what's on that side. It's a bit messy right now, so I kind of don't want to turn the camera around. But basically I have the Eva shelves on that side with the cabinets and some drawers and some shelves. So I'm going to move that in front of the window, and I'm not going to close off the window completely. But anyway, that's for another series I hope to make with you guys, so you can follow along, and just for me, so I can see the progress of this room. So I'm not sure when I will make my next video after this one, but anyway, until then I will try to show you everything that I've made, that I've been working on Instagram. And I hope you guys have a lovely day, and happy sewing, happy hobbying is other things. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!